Hello everyone, George here, and it's been a tremendous amount of time since I last uploaded any kind of content. I finally finished a lot of the projects and so forth that have been going on in my life and work, and I think I'm finally ready to sit back down and start working on some of these different YouTube videos, series that I've actually put up there. The first one, of course, is going to be the Five Nights at Freddy's or A Night at Georgie's game that I'm making inside of Unity. The good thing about me taking so long to actually jump back into this is I've learned a tremendous lot about many different areas. I've started using Substance Painter. I've started using Substance Designer just very recently, and I'm going to incorporate all of that stuff into my pipeline as well. And I've spent a lot of time working on a project that incorporates Vive controllers, written some interesting scripts to get stuff to work. The reality is the longer I take on this project, the more I learn and the more this project gets better, and hopefully the more you all out there get to learn. So the first thing, of course, is I've already updated to Unity 2017.1.0 F3, a 64-bit edition. And of course, I've lost my license because my license was back with the old 5 version. Therefore, I'm going to be working with the same version all of you probably are working with as well, the free version. And the first thing that happens is, of course, we have a Steam VR update. I'm going to go ahead and close all the Steam VR update stuff, go right ahead into Steam VR, right-click, and delete that directly. At least in the past, the Steam VR update liked it better if you nuked it first and then went in and fixed everything. So let's go ahead now into Window Asset Store and go ahead and upload or download that. So let's do Steam VR, enter. And yes, there are many packages out there that you can use to do all this kind of stuff. In fact, recently for a game, I stopped using the Steam VR plugin and I just basically used the standard, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's not do the Steam VR plugin. In fact, in this first demonstration, why don't we just go ahead and start working with the basic stuff inside of Unity for handling VR. So let's go back to our game world. As you can see, we're in that test world where we were dealing with basically putting together the checkerboard tile, which I'll probably completely replace now that I've been dealing with Substance Painter and Designer. But anyway, let's go ahead into our scenes. And what was the last one I was working on? Let's see, probably build test 02. Let's turn off lighting in the scene so we get a sense of what's going on. And there we are. Wow, so this can't be the right one, can it? I guess I haven't exported all the assets out of Maya. That is something else I should be doing now, so I can see them all in here. Let's just jump around really quick and see what's going on here. So there's Pirate Cove test, headlights, 00 main menu, test AI. Yeah, I need to do a big export of all the assets. So that's going to be something else I'd probably tackle in this video. So jumping over to Maya, here we are. Oh God. So normally I work on a 4K screen, and for these videos, I downgrade that to 1920 by 1080. So my layout looks like crap. Normally I don't work like this. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump around to our latest screen. And that is going to be security room. Did I do each of these independently, or have I brought them all into one final project? Animatronic backstage, cupcake, reference, float, security room, supply closet. Let's go to rough floor layout 6. Okay, and it looks like I am bringing all of the elements together into one final area. Let's go into the outliner of our project. And I do apologize if part of this is me sort of like relearning what I had done before, but that's just going to be the way it is. So it looks like I've been doing something somewhat sensible. I've been putting these into separate rooms, or that is separate groups, which I can export out into Unity as individual objects, making it a little bit easier for me to tackle rather than doing one giant upload into it. In case I make changes to the scene, edit transforms and so much, a lot of times in Unity you'll lose a lot of your work. At least that's kind of what I've been noticing. So we've got employees only. Wow, a lot of these things need to be cleaned up right off the bat. So cube 01, polysurface 19, you really don't need to be there like that. So why don't we go to edit, ungroup, and I guess this video is going to begin me kind of cleaning up stuff and getting things into a project state that makes sense. And we'll see how long I go on this video before I cut to the next one. So let's begin breaking things down into different component areas. So in this particular case, we have, what is this? This is the kitchen. So let's go Control G on that. And let's call this the kitchen, K-I-T-C-H-E-N. And what else we have? We've got this. This is hallway right. So where's that? Control G, hallway right, hallway left. There we are. The reason I'm making these groups is because I know I'm going to put other elements inside of these and fix them up and so forth, so it just makes sense to do that. We're going to collapse our namespaces as well. You can see here it's supply closet _05, supply closet group. Let's just move this over, go into our window, general editors, and namespace editor, and bring that over here. And let's see here. We can see all these different namespaces we have. What I'm going to do is grab all of them and actually delete them and bring them into the root. There we are. There's no real reason for me to have them in their own separate namespaces. I don't plan on having any kind of name clashing at this point. So what is this? Oh wow, we've got animations. Let's nuke that. Delete. So P cylinder 3, hit F key, zoom in, and it looks like it's nothing. It's probably an empty, yep, empty, completely empty, an artifact from something that we had created before. We have the floor plan itself. So let's go ahead and zoom on out, and that F is probably being hidden at the moment. Wow, look how bad this is right here. Yeah, that's the reference point right there, so it's not visible. Let's see, what else? P cube 3, let's open these up, take a look at what's going on inside. Display, yes, okay, that's good. Wow, transform objects, transform objects, transform objects. So most of these are probably going to be junk. So looking here, I don't see anything that's actually linked to P cube 11. Let's delete that. Let's go to P cube 10. Nothing there. Delete. P cube 8. Frame up. Frame. Nothing there as well. Delete. And party table 5. So the party tables are all part of the party room. So why don't we grab all of those elements here, Control G, and put them in a party room. Save, and what else we got going on? So that's actually, instead of saving into this one, since it's so old, I probably should be making a new version of this. So this is rough layout, floor layout _06. Let's call this 7, and let's get actually rid of the rough and just call it floor layout. We're kind of past the roughing it in point, and we're actually implementing everything. So we should do a name change. Looks like we have a second perspective camera for some reason. Is that what I'm using? Yes, what happened? So it looks like did something happen to persp 1? Well, either way, persp 1 looks fine. Let's delete persp 2, or persp 1, persp looks fine. So we have the floor plan, we have the sign. Where's the sign? Frame on up. That goes in there. Let's rotate this somewhat. There we are, and move this into the Pirate Cove. There we are. Now we have light fixtures. Where are they? So those also are part of the, let's see, party room, right? Where's party room? There it is. Let's move them all into party room. Poly surface 9 is the party room. So let's make this party room walls. This is going to get cut up most likely into individual elements to make this work a little bit better. But for right now, let's just stick it in there. Let's see, anything else? No, that's all looking good. That's good. We have our floor plan out of something. So security room _G. Why do we have it? Let's get rid of the _G. So security room's just fine. Supply closet _group is gone. Let's just call it supply closet. Security room 1. Is there another security room element? So there's security room. Frame up. There's a door. Is that it inside of that object? Door border, door frame. What is all this crap? Frame up from. So these are all of the borders and frames for each of those different elements. So they need to be moved into their individual places. So let's start doing that, I guess. So this one needs to go into the bathroom. So let's move that into the bathroom. What are you? You need to go, you're on the outside. So I'm going to put you in the party room. This is probably going to get redone too. Instead of making them separate objects, I'll just make them a solid one and have them work in between each of the different doors. So let's go to you. You are party room. There you are. You are what? I have no idea why you're there. I'm guessing that was supposed to go here. You know what? For right now, we're going to delete it. It's easier to delete and fix later on than it is to deal with at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and delete that element too. What else do we have? We have more door frames to deal with. Let's see if these elements have nothing inside of them. Just to make sure, I'm going to go to edit, delete all by type, history, and it looks like it's fine. So those are good, that's good. So let's delete those elements, go to the room now, hit F, It's a 0, there's nothing under that, and it's at 0, 0, 0, so I'm going to delete that as well. Now I have an empty transform called security room. That can go as well. Sorry for, going through each of those elements to make sure it was clean, but I didn't want to lose any work yet. It's too easy to lose work. Let's see, security room items. So open that up. We have monitors, but they're all empty transforms. So those can be deleted, and that's gone. So now we should just have the individual elements. We have Pirate's Cove, we have the bathroom, supply closet, backstage, security room, which can now be named just security room, kitchen, hallway, and these are animated. Let's get rid of that. Delete, save, hallway left, party room as well, and we're good to go. All right, great. So let's go ahead and save the scene, and let's begin exporting these different assets out into Unity as individual components. So let's start with the Pirate Cove. We're just going to go down the entire line. So File, let's see, Send to Unity. Let's make sure my project is set. So Set Project, Reproduce in FNAF, and A Night at Georgie's is what I want. Wow, that window is huge. I'm going to definitely restart my computer before the next video probably, and make sure all this is good. So let's go to Set. The location does not contain a project definition for... Oh, whoops, that's not what I want. I want to go to Send Unity, Set Unity Project. Up. And A Night at Georgie's, select. And now let's start exporting. So Send to Unity, selection, and bring that over here. Let's see here. So we've got all of this different stuff here. Let's make a new folder. And I'm just going to call this Level. There we go. And inside of Level, I'm going to export this out as Pirate Cove. Actually, you know what? I don't like that underscore. Let's get rid of that. I'm getting picky. File, Send to Unity, selection. And Level. And we can export it there. Let's see, what do we want to do? For right now, we will embed the media, but this is going to change later on. Most likely, everything's going to be coming into Substance Painter, and I'm going to export things out of Substance Painter and change things up. But for now, it's fine. Let's go into Pirate Cove, enter, FBX gets exported. Let's just, we should probably make sure that actually worked. So let's jump on over to our directory. Here we are. And Five Nights at Freddy's, A Night at Georgie's, assets, level, and piratecove.fbx. That's good. Jump into Unity, see that it takes time to load. That's always a good thing usually. And there's level, materials, Pirate Cove. There's the materials, the textures. Those are the materials, and within that should be the elements that we want to work with right there. So perfect. Okay. Jumping back in, let's jump to this one. So bathroom, file, send to Unity, selection, bathroom. And we're just going to go through each of these. So I'll fast forward as I'm exporting each one out independently. All right, so we're back in Unity. I've exported everything out. So hopefully they'll all load in properly, and we'll start placing our components within the hierarchy. So you got some things about normal maps being messed up. We'll just fix it automatically. That should work just fine. And now we need to gut this whole thing. So this is building_01, which contains everything. I need to be careful though and see if we have any kind of scripts going on before I start nuking stuff. So these are just the party elements. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start, yeah, it's fine. Let's nuke the prefab. Bye. And what are you? Nothing. We've got a bunch of P cubes, which are probably just the doors and so forth, or I should say the walls. We'll delete all of them. We have the security room, which by itself is that element there. We have the floor plan. I'm going to nuke the floor plan. I really don't need it anymore to help me out. And then we have this security room and then a few other things going on. So let's see. So we got a bunch of managers, which I don't want to screw with at the moment. And what is this called, this scene? Test building. We're not going to call that anymore. We're going to go into scenes and we're going to call this a, let's see, a night at Georgie's _01. So that's our scene now. And we got a security room left. What is that? Frame on up. Those are light sources, so I'm going to need to stick them under things later on. Animations, game manager, AI manager, power manager, camera, use manager, camera manager, fans, frame on up. What is going on there? So we have a fan object. Let's see, light, fan script. Okay, well, you know what? We'll just have to go back in here and fix that stuff afterwards. See, we have a security room light. All it is a simple light. That doesn't matter. So let's nuke fan. There's Pirate Cove. It has a script for the curtain, so we'll just have to come back and fix all that stuff later. Delete. And then the entire building. So what's left? Security room, 2 items. Scrolling down, just making sure there isn't anything. So that's the camera manager. We don't need to screw with that. Delete that. Open up the security room. I'm almost positive there's something for the doors that I'm going to end up deleting accidentally, but we'll just fix it later. Okay, that being said, we're going to nuke that. So we have the light, another light, a camera manager. Let's start bringing in our pieces. So here we go. We have the backstage. Looks like our scale's jacked. So let's go into backstage, and first of all, let me delete it. Go in here and try a factor of 100. Hit apply, and bring the backstage back in, and that is probably the right location. So we have the backstage, we have the bathroom. Oh, all of these need to be fixed. Grab them all. Oh, well, let me do more than one at a time. Great. All right, now let's begin bringing them in. So there we are, bringing them into the hierarchy, not into the scene view, because when you bring it into the hierarchy, the transforms are whatever they are supposed to be, instead of wherever your mouse ends up landing at and wherever your camera happens to be looking at. So bathroom, hallway left, hallway right, and kitchen, party room, Pirate Cove, security room, and finally supply closet. Great, so we have all the elements in here, just as they should be, fully textured as we had them before I took a break from the series. That's great. So we're at 20-minute mark on this video, and I'm going to cut this video at this point and start a new video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Obviously we didn't get to jump into a whole lot of things yet because it's a big cleanup process. Have a great time, everyone. I hope you enjoy me coming back and working on this series again. And I'll see you next time. So long. Goodbye.